We all have passions in life, but is it possible to get addicted to them? I spent the next 24 hours testing legal addictions to see which ones I'd get addicted to, if any. Starting off with the most common addictions and working up to some of the more risky ones as the video goes on. Starting off with caffeine, one of the most commonly consumed legal addictions here in the UK, with us Brits consuming over 100 million cups of coffee a day. Caffeine stimulates your central nervous system, increasing your cognitive function and your mental alertness. Often consumed in multiple forms such as tea, pre-workout and other energy drinks. But consuming too much can often cause a variety of side effects. Headaches, dizziness, increased heart rate, dehydration, anxiety and so many more. You can often get withdrawal symptoms as soon as after 12 hours of consuming coffee. Smoking, vaping, it's pretty obvious it's going to be on the addictions list, guys. So let's go and see what they've got. Basically, we're talking about legal addictions in the UK and how people, what the most popular products are, what the dangers are, stuff like that. So whilst we're here, we figured we'd ask you what are some of the most popular products that you have here. This is the one that we've gone for, guys. Now, I don't condone any of this stuff, obviously, but, hey ho, here we are. Apparently, these are super popular. Seriously, this is what kids are doing nowadays. This is mental. This stuff is killing people. I can't believe I'm actually about to try this on camera. This is ridiculous for this video. Okay, here we go. That's horrible. Some common side effects of vaping include coughing, dry mouth and throat, shortness of breath, headaches, nausea, and plenty other long-term side effects of vaping, including cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, and severe lung injury. Shopping is our next one, guys. Everyone loves shopping. Everyone loves spending when it comes down to online shopping, shopping in person. It's very, very addictive. Got to make sure you balance self-control. Don't just buy stuff because it's on sale. That's what I always fall into the trap of doing. So let's see what there is. Fast food, one of the most common addictions that we have here in the UK, often ordering online like Uber Eats, Deliveroo, all that good stuff, or you can come into locations and obviously people just get used to the convenience of getting something quick and easy that's often high in calories, and it's very addictive. According to the NHS, British people consume around 700 grams of sugar per week, which is the equivalent of 140 teaspoons of sugar, which is absolutely insane. However, it's recommended that adults consume no more than 5% of their total calorie intake as sugar. Consuming too much sugar can often have many negative side effects, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, kidney failure, acne, aging, and plenty more other symptoms. Amazing, mate. That looks so good. So we've got a brownie waffle with ice cream and a little flake on there. As unreal as this looks here at Scoops, the calories are absolutely insane. We're looking at around 1,400 calories for this serving. Absolutely unreal on the calories. So if you're bulking, fine, but ultimately this is a lot of sugar for one person to consume. I'm going to try and smash as much of this as I possibly can. Let's see how I feel later on. Often in every single thing that we eat, disguised to make it seem like it's healthy, and not understanding the ingredients and what we're reading on our packaging. Sugar is openly in every single thing that we eat in our day-to-day, and it's extremely difficult to find foods and drinks that don't have anything in it. Big bit here. I'm already addicted, I'm buzzing. Alcohol, one of the most common addictions there is in the UK. We all know how dangerous it is. Let's learn a little bit more about it. It's estimated that globally 1% of the whole population of the world is addicted to alcohol in some form. Alcohol addiction is actually something that is extremely common in UK society. It's been ingrained as part of our population for such a long period of time, and it's often seen as something that is not really an addiction, it's more just a social norm. So therefore people have adapted to drinking on the weekends with their friends and family and stuff like that. It's just very, very normal in society. But it is actually one of the most common factors when it comes to influencing and being harmful towards others, with the highest rating being a 72 on the scale, which is way higher than other drugs such as cannabis. Over 3 million deaths annually have been attributed to alcohol consumption, representing 5.3% of deaths annually throughout the whole world. 2019, 298,000 people died from alcohol-related incidents, with 156,000 of those being related to someone else's drink driving. Alcohol, like other drugs, has a powerful effect on the brain, producing pleasurable feelings and blunting negative feelings, making it so easy to become dependent on the actual substance itself. It's extremely common in today's society, and we want to encourage you guys to be conscious of what you're drinking so you're not over-consuming anything. Everything in moderation is balance. Gambling, one of the most common addictions once again in the UK here, so it's a little bit scary. At the moment, 0.5% of the population, 246,000 people, are currently problem gamblers, which means they have problems with self-control when it comes to gambling. Extremely addictive. As you saw, I just won some money in quick time. That was crazy. So just got to be careful we don't fall into that trap. Regardless, let's move on to our next one. Sex and porn addiction is extremely common in the UK and is often stigmatised for men and women. It creates many issues for individuals and also couples trying to solve their relationship but don't realise that their partner is struggling with this internal addiction, and it should be openly spoken about between couples a lot more in society. Porn addiction is on the rise since the end of the pandemic and has often made people feel like they don't want to go through the effort of finding a partner, which is therefore putting pressure on the demand and the expectation when it comes to the dating world. It causes a whole variety of knock-on effects in regards to mental health and can often be a massive contributing factor to having an addictive personality trait, like, for example, taking drugs, alcohol, or any kind of repeat substance.
Adrenaline, one of the most common addictions there are in the UK, particularly in extreme sports and risk-taking.
We're at the spinner guitar right now, standing over the glass floor. As you can see, it's pretty bloody high, but we're here. Lucas is scared of heights, so he's going to have a go in a second. Honestly, you do feel the adrenaline straight away. It's very addictive. I can imagine how this would feel when you do things like skydiving, abseiling down the outside of the Spinnaker Tower. Look at how small the people are down there. This is high. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is pretty high. Overcoming plenty of fears when it comes to adrenaline, that is what gives you that surge of energy. Super risky stunts and things that feel a little bit scary is what often sends chemical impulses to the brain to experience adrenaline. Adrenaline is very, very, very addictive, so you just could once again just be careful. You don't constantly keep chasing something that is more dangerous or more scary each time. So I feel like that's really what I'm trying to encourage people to do, is not take crazy risks all the time and understand the second you do start to set that boundary when it comes to overcoming fears, it's so easy to chase that next big thing. So just be really careful of that. We're at the top level now, it's gonna be a little bit windy, particularly with the storm. The effects of an adrenaline rush can last up to an hour, but often takes 20 to 30 minutes for everything to calm back down again. Adrenaline rush can be triggered by multiple things, including dangerous activities, high stress or high pressure situations, and just that general fight or flight response that most humans have naturally ingrained in their body. Technically, adrenaline isn't actually an addiction, however, it is extremely common, and most people, once they've experienced it once, often want to experience it again. So if you're aiming to better yourself every single time and overcome and increase these pursuits, it's extremely common that most people get that same adrenaline response, which therefore they often chase in the future. So hopefully you guys have learned from today's video all about addictions. They're extremely common, about being smart about how you manage those and understanding that if you are addicted to something, to try and gradually step back on it and ease yourself into not becoming reliant on whatever it is that you're addicted to. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out the next one. I think you're going to like this one up here. And we'll see you guys in the next one.